Music Access. What about a good book suggestion for the weekend? It's a book that you guys maybe have heard about, and it's called The Little Prince. There's a lot of quotes from the book that people are inspired by. For example, there's one part where the little prince talks about people's hearts. He says, "It's a miracle that the person who I like likes me. The most difficult thing to do in the world is for people to get each other's hearts." I hope that the month of February is a month of miracles for all of us, and if you think about it, what won't we be able to do after going through the most difficult and miraculous things in the world? If we trust in ourselves and if we keep believing, we can do anything, right? The first song you heard today, Sunday, January 31st, 2016, was Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. Happy Sunday, guys. That means tomorrow is officially the first day of the second month of the year. Woo! Who's excited for that? This guy, because I'm giving it 2 thumbs up all the way. So, with all that said, of course, I do have to say, I hope you all have a great month. And if you're preparing a special event for your loved ones, as of course February is very infamous for the Valentine's Day, make sure to get those preparations up as soon as possible, because you don't want to do stuff last minute. Remember, don't settle for that box of chocolates and roses. Although, if you end up doing nothing, at least do chocolates and roses. Okay. So that was a little bit of advice for you, and everyone enjoy the rest of your January, however much of it is left. Meanwhile, going into our explanations and our introduction for our Sunday show, we have our Sunday corner, Scribble Scribble, which is a corner for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. It's a chance for you to be honest to yourself and think about what was hard, what was embarrassing, what was a proud moment from the past week, etc. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble on your title. Now here's how you can listen and participate. If you have a smartphone, you can download the Arirang Radio app or TuneIn Radio app to listen to our programs and send in your messages. And if you use a computer, just visit www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess to listen to us or leave your messages. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeon. And of course, if you guys have some amazing and awesome song requests, make sure to put those up on our message board under the title Request. Now we're going to check out 2 songs before we go to our Scribble Scribble corner, starting with the song Blank Space by Taylor Swift, followed with Take Me to Church by Hozier. I want to be with you, and if you feel the same, shall we meet here? Will you tell me your story? If you're shy, you can playfully scribble scribble, and if you don't know where to start, you can start with the doodle and scribble scribble. Good job. That's how we'll begin our story. I wanna be with you. Our Sunday corner, Scribble Scribble, is just that. This corner's for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. It's a chance to be honest to yourself and think about what was hard, what was embarrassing, what was a proud moment, etc. from the past week or whenever. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble Scribble on your title. Now let's go to our first message for Scribble Scribble today, which comes from Katie from the USA, saying, "Hi Benji, I wanted to tell you that I got a new job. I'll be working as a reporter for a newspaper in a town near Pennsylvania's capital, Harrisburg." No, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Since this town is almost 3 hours away from where I'm living now, I'll be moving there. I already found an apartment and will be moving in. I'm already feeling both excited and nervous about this new part of my life. Do you have any advice on living on your own? Let's see. I would say that when it comes to living on your own, one thing that you really have to be careful about is being clean, being organized. Especially because you have no one to nag at you about, be doing all that stuff. At some point, I guarantee you'll come home, you'll be super tired, and so you'll throw your clothes around, or you just kind of put stuff wherever, which is comfortable to a certain extent. But then if that becomes a habit, then it becomes a problem, because then you have to organize stuff, and that takes a whole hour or two, which, in the span of a week doesn't seem like that much, but still when you are doing it, it's going to feel like forever. Besides that, when you do live on your own, make sure to eat healthy. Being clean, of course, is very important just for, health reasons and for organization. But really, your diet is really going to rule what you do. If you're surviving on a diet of fast food or whatever food is closest to you, it's possible to do that, but then that's really going to lower, your health, and you could get sick easier. So I'd cut down on that if you do happen to enjoy that kind of stuff. And instead, maybe try to consume or find a little bit more of a healthy food. And especially also spend your money wisely. Living on a budget is something that you'll definitely want to be adjusted to, because it's better to save and have some left over than to spend and think, I need to buy this, but I don't have the money. So really kind of be very, frank about how you spend your money, and make sure that that's all, organized. So hopefully when you do start your job and it's all amazing, you'll remember my advice, and you'll be like, I'm glad I followed Benji's advice, because it's really getting me places. Okay? So good luck on your new job, and congratulations. Now we're going to check out 2 songs before we go to our next message, and we're going to start with the song Nuri of Qatar requested Heartless by Kanye West. And Darcy of the USA wants to hear Chandelier by Sia. We just heard the songs Heartless by Kanye West, followed by Chandelier by Sia. Alright, you're listening to Music Access. I'm Benji of B.I.G. The memorable events that happened to you this week, don't just go over them in your head, but try writing down your feelings by jotting down your thoughts comfortably, just like you're doodling. We're sharing your thoughts here on Sunday via Scribble. And our next message comes from Wilma Stevens from Australia, saying, Good day, Benji, Muji, and the MA fam. I just want to say a big thanks for the support on my SNS challenge, Benji. I often look back on the photos I've posted when I post a new one each day, and it really reminds me just how far I've come and how much I've grown. It's also helping to learn more about photo and video editing. I really loved listening to your response about my initial message. It has helped heaps. Thanks, Benji. Looking forward to many more fun SNS posts from you and B.I.G. Stay safe and well, everyone. Take care. Haiting. So for our listeners who are a little confused maybe, the SNS challenge that she decided to try is a challenge where she posts up a photo every day for a year, which I said, will make it possible for her to look back and definitely have all these memories, which I think is guaranteed to be super, super awesome. That's something that we all want to do. And for myself as well, I started my SNS, when I think, looking at it now, it's been about 25 weeks. Sorry if I'm not mistaken. And 25 weeks ago, besides all these likes and all that stuff, I was just like, oh, so this is what SNS is like. I don't know what to upload. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I just kind of did whatever, And then I uploaded all these random videos, all these pictures that I took. When we had guests over from Music Access, I would take photos of them, post it up, and I look back on these photos, and there's so many pointless photos on here. There's meat photos, like food meat photos. There's random pictures of me with a panda, pictures of me looking like a bug, my umbrella being broken. And it's just a year, or like half a year is almost now, of memories that, looking back, for me, it's really interesting because I can remember, all these moments. And so I just have to say, for you, Wilma, and for everyone who really wants to maybe try a challenge like this, really do it. Go for it. Even if it's the most pointless photo or video that you think you could ever take, still make a note of it. Put it up. And I'm sure when you look back, you'll think, oh, I remember that day because, nothing happened on that day or something like that. Yes, memories, guys. Make sure to keep them in check. All right, so we're going to check out 2 more songs as we continue on. Mycel of the Philippines wants to hear Love Yourself by Justin Bieber, and we'll follow it with Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding. We just heard the songs Love Yourself by Justin Bieber, followed by Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding, and it's time for our next message. Our next message comes from Jenny from the USA, saying, Benji, it's finally the weekend. I'm glad because I needed a rest. It says test, but I think you meant rest, because who needs a test? So in the weekend, it's supposed to snow in some states, but I hope the snow isn't too terrible because, sometimes it can get pretty bad. How has Korea been? Well, Korea's been very cold and stuff, but it is starting to warm up. I stopped wearing my thermal leggings, which means that now I'm only wearing the jeans, which may not be relevant to some people who might be thinking to themselves, why is he talking about leggings? But that's actually a very big thing because you can't wear just jeans in Korea when it's super cold. You'll die. Okay, that's a joke. You won't die, but you'll freeze. And it's very, very, very not a good feeling because your legs are cold. And even if you have, a really nice padded jacket up top, it's still just too cold to really do anything. So, no more legging seasons. I'm back on my grind, keeping it all chill. So, yeah, I love the feeling. Hopefully, y'all are loving the feeling as well. Keeping it cool. Keeping it Benji style. Yeah. We're going to check out 2 more songs as we continue on. Baron One of Turkey wants to hear 시간을 달려서 by Girlfriend. And Jenny of the USA wants to hear Love Letter by Infinite. Continuing the great music, we're going to check out 2 more songs. Kirine of Thailand's requested track 사각지대 by Teen Top, and Ace of the USA wants to hear 우아하게 by Twice. We just heard the songs 사각지대 by Teen Top, followed by 우아하게 by Twice. And of course, guys, this does bring us to a close for our first hour. After a short break, we'll continue on with Scribble Scribble in the second hour, introducing your messages and thoughts. So, of course, we're going to check out 1 more song before we leave. Side note, Twice, apparently their MV, or music video, on the very famous video site broke 30 million views. That is insanity. Alright, so we're going to check out a song as we wrap up and take a quick break. We're going to listen to Fine By Me by Chris Brown. We just heard the song Worry by Jack Garrett, which is the first song starting off the second hour of our show for Sunday, January 31st, 2016. Alright guys, how has your Sunday been going on? We're continuing our Sunday program, sharing your guys' messages on our corner Scribble Scribble. And now I gotta tell you guys how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone and send us messages through the app using the comment function, or leave us messages by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeon. Now we're going to check out 2 songs as we move on out, starting with Drag Me Down by One Direction, followed by Ghost by Ella Henderson. We just heard the songs Drag Me Down by One Direction, followed by Ghost by Ella Henderson, and you're listening to the second hour of Music Access for Sunday. Continuing on our Sunday corner Scribble Scribble, which is just like using Music Access as a big notepad. Just as you jot down your ideas, thoughts, and what's been on your mind without thinking much on a notepad, you can send them in to us here so we can all share. It'll be your messages filling up this corner, so feel free to just jot down what's on your mind. Our first message for our second hour comes from Yunita Swinyo from Indonesia, saying, "Hello Benji, are you a sportsman? What's your favorite sport? Do you like watching sports?" Excuse me. A sneeze right there. Just a few questions about sports. Have a nice day, Benji. I would say when it comes to sports, when I was growing up, I did a little bit of soccer at school. I liked playing, a little bit of basketball. Not too much of an American football fan. I was very afraid of that sport for some reason because, the tackling and all that stuff. And whatever we did, it would be very just, straight up, touch football where, you don't actually tackle the person. And otherwise, though, I think if I had to choose a sport that I really, really like, I would choose the sport of soccer or basketball. Not that I'm really good at it, but just because it's fun to do. I like watching sports, especially, basketball games. And really, I think kind of the clips that you see online, they're pretty fun. I've never been to a real sports game before. I went to a baseball game when I was younger. But I've never really been to an actual sports stadium to check out a game before. So hopefully I do get a chance to do that. I remember watching Idol Olympics, I think last year in February or something. And 2 a.m.'s Chinun and My Name's Insu. Man, those two really know how to dribble the ball. I mean, it's crazy. Like, Insu's he's a medium height guy. But Chinun... he's a huge guy, and he's like running up and down the court, super fast, super huge guy, and it's a huge rush of energy watching these people play. So hopefully I get good at games as well. That's one of my goals in life. And besides that, hopefully I'll get more athletic. I'm sure that if I start working out, sports will come a little bit more naturally at a certain point. So hopefully we'll get on that at some point soon. But until then, still focusing on the music. Now we're going to check out 2 more songs. Ryoko of Japan wants to hear Don't Stop the Music by 21. And Yunita of Indonesia, you requested Don't Say Goodbye by Dongbangsingi. We just heard the songs Don't Stop the Music by 21, followed by Don't Say Goodbye by TVXQ. And it's time to continue on with our Scribble Corner. Our next message comes from Ace from the USA, saying, "Have you ever had a problem at school, work, or someplace that will make your parents upset, but you just gotta keep quiet about it?" Well, that happened to me recently, and I just kept quiet about it to my parents. I don't want to talk about the incident, but has that ever happened to you? I think as you grow up, you do have stuff that happens to you like that. You have these events where, you kind of hesitate to tell your parents about it, but honestly, Ace, I'm just going to say this straight up, man. When it comes to situations like this, one thing that you really just kind of eventually start to understand at some point is that you should be able to tell your parents anything and everything. When we're younger, we get scolded by our parents. Our parents kind of, they ground us or they might do something. But in the end, they're still your parents. You got to remember that. And one of the things, especially about parents, that you got to not forget is that they're there for you no matter what. They may scold you, but that's because they're worried about you. They may tell you not to go to certain things because they want to look out for you. And in the big picture of things, there could be a problem and you might be able to settle it yourself. But then if you have a problem with something at school or work, of course, you could try to figure that situation out with your friends. If you have siblings, try to figure out with your, brother or sister. But in the end, your parents will eventually find out, whether they find out through someone else or they kind of pick up on your visual cues. Or, a few years down the road, you might even just tell them, Mom, Dad, actually a long time ago I had a problem like this and it was really bugging me. So I did end up figuring it out, but man, that was such a situation. These kind of things you end up kind of getting adjusted to. And so, ace my advice, like I just kind of mentioned. If you want to talk to your parents about something, go ahead and tell them. I understand if you can't tell them for certain reasons. But, just always remember they're there for you. And they always will be. So hopefully your problem does get fixed soon. And remember, if you do need help, you can either message me on our message board or, ask your parents. Whatever is easier for you. Now we're going to check out two more songs, starting with Dream by Susie and Pekun. And Tony of Italy wants to hear Nonna Na Nana No by Zico. We just heard the songs Dream by Susie and Pekun, followed by Nonna Na Nana No by Zico. Oh my gosh, before we go to our next message, who saw the music video for Zico's new track? It's been out for a while now, but I remember I heard this song, I was like, oh, so, he's trying to do, I got a similar vibe to, when Drake did Hotline Bling, where he did, we're going home, hold on, we're going home, rapper, also just singing the entire track. And so I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, Zico, he has his own style, and then I watched the music video, and oh my god, that just blew me away. It's just like, it's not like a huge thing, but the overall simplicity of the video and the way it got pulled off is just super amazing. Just like, I liked it. So guys, if you haven't checked out the music video for this track, make sure you do. Now we're going to continue on with another message as we do. Yes, repeating myself, because I normally do that. Camille of New Zealand saying, hey, good afternoon, Benji. How are you? I'm just wondering if you've ever had this thing called chicken pox or shingles, because at the moment, I'm suffering from this. Any advice? Thank you. Well, if you haven't been to the doctor yet, make sure you go to the doctor. It's like, sort of, to a certain extent. I mean, when you have chickenpox, I haven't had chickenpox before, so I can't give you any, personal advice or personal experience in terms of that. But when it comes to something involving a disease, first of all, definitely go to the doctors. Chickenpox, don't scratch. Try to find, some kind of anti-inflammatory something, or like some kind of something topical or something you put on your skin to stop the itching. It's very, very, it's not fun. And especially something that I can say is when you do have it, make sure to put lotion on. Lotion, like a calamine lotion could help. Cool baths could also help as well. And, just take a break. I would say make sure that you just kind of chill and you just kind of try to make sure that it goes away as fast as possible. Like I said, I haven't had chickenpox before or shingles before, so I can't really tell you anything from personal experience. And I've never really been in contact with anyone who's had, chickenpox. So just a few other tips that I found online just now. Oatmeal bath products can help to relieve the itching. Pat and don't rub the body when you're getting dry. And yes, that kind of stuff. If you need more advice on chickenpox, number one, go to your doctor, get some medication, get that looked at. And also, the internet is your friend. But make sure to go to the doctor because he can give you prescribed medicines. Or they call them over-the-counter medicines, I think. Or no, that's something else. Whatever. But hopefully that goes away soon. And you're left with nothing. In the good sense, like no scarring or anything. Because it can be really itchy. So good luck, Camille. And let me know how it goes and how recovery goes and progresses. Now we're going to check out two more songs. Harshika of Sri Lanka requested Taola by B.I.G. And we'll follow it with Hot Pink by EXID. We just heard the songs Taola by B.I.G., which was our track, which we released a long time ago, like 3 months ago. And Hot Pink by EXID, which is also a track that was released about 3 months ago. And well, I don't know why I said that in such a depressed voice. It's been a while since we've been promoting, but when we did promote, it was pretty awesome. And this month, we got a chance to go on music programs, so we enjoyed that time definitely. And yeah, guys, if you see someone on a music program that you like, make sure to check out their music as well. There's a lot of great groups out there that I realized coming around this time that make some really, really great music. So, if you haven't had the chance to, check out some groups that you maybe not the more well-known groups, see if you could maybe check out their music. All right, so we do have a quick message. Daphne Pan from the USA saying, "Hi, Benji Bear. Random question, has anyone called you Benji Bear before?" I think so. I've been called Benji Bear before. I've been called Benji Bay, Bay Benji, Pe Benji, Pear Benji, because Pe also means pear in Korean. Stomach Benji, because Pe also means stomach in Korean. There's a lot of random one-use nicknames. 일회용 별명이라고 하나? Something like that they have in Korea. So yeah, it's not that bad of a nickname. It's not that unique of a nickname. But yeah, I would give you 10 out of 7 marks. Although if you can come up with an original nickname for me, this goes to anyone who is listening on the radio. I welcome all invitees and all requests and all kind of recommendations. So if you have a recommendation for a nickname for me, make sure to let me know on our message board. Now we're going to check out 2 more songs, starting with How Deep Is Your Love by Calvin Harris, followed by King by Years and Years. We just heard the songs How Deep Is Your Love by Calvin Harris, followed by King by Years and Years, and it's time to wrap up our weekend shows. Our last song for today is Jealous by Labyrinth. Everyone continue to have an amazing rest of your weekend. This was Benji of B.I.G, and as always, I'll be back.